Hi everyone, it's Aisha Chidale from the Chidale Law Firm. I'm an immigration attorney in the Orlando, Florida area. My phone number here is 407-995-6567. I'll be happy to assist you with your immigration matter. If you have a family immigration matter, doesn't matter what state you are in, I represent clients nationwide all over the United States. So today in immigration, I want to specifically talk to men and men who might be experiencing abusive marriages. So a lot of times, people talk about VAWA, and VAWA stands for Violence Against Women's Act. And, a lot of men automatically assume that, well, first one, I'm not a woman, so I don't qualify. Or, sometimes they understand that you don't have to be a man or a woman to qualify, but they feel like, they've not had any kind of physical violence. So basically, both assumptions are wrong. So the first assumption is that you do not have to be a woman to qualify for VAWA. This VAWA applies to both men, women, that are married to U.S. citizens or green card holders. It also applies to children who are married to, whose parents are green card holders or U.S. citizens. And it also applies to parents whose children are U.S. citizens. Now, as far as a requirement, what kind of extreme cruelty or abuse do you need to show? A lot of men are like, well, she's never hit me before, so, maybe it's not abuse, but, being physically hit or punched or pushed is not the only way that you can experience abuse in your marriage. But for men in particular, what we typically see to be common is that they deal with a lot of financial abuse. Like if you have a spouse who feels that you have to be the breadwinner, you have to be the one that's providing financially, or that because she's married to you, she no longer needs to work. Her money is her money, and your money is our money for both you and her, and the household, and doesn't contribute a dime into the family, even though she might be working, or has the ability, to make money. So, we see a lot of that with financial abuse. And then we also see a lot of times it could be sexual abuse. And, sexual abuse doesn't necessarily mean that somebody's raping you. Sexual abuse could be, you having a spouse that makes you feel bad, about your performance, during physical intimacy, or puts you down, about it, or put you down about your physical appearance, your physical performance. Like, those are things that affect people emotionally, and psychologically. So another form is, psychological and emotional. A lot of times they kind of overlap, when you have, a spouse or wife, that basically, talks to you about your fatherhood, you not being a good father, you not being a good provider, or curses you out, or, embarrasses you in public, or tells you they don't like how you look, or how you dress, or how you talk, or the way your accent sounds, makes fun of your home country. So this is not an exhaustive list, but this is just to give you ideas, especially if you're male, the kinds of abuse that you might experience that don't necessarily arise to physical abuse, but are still considered extremely cruel. So if you're a guy, and you're dealing with this in your marriage, and you don't have a green card, and your spouse is a U.S. citizen or a green card holder, you might qualify to self-petition by yourself based on that. So if it's you or your friends, you can definitely share this video and give me a call. I'll be happy to evaluate to see if you qualify. My number is 407-995-6567.